Welcome to DCL Radio. Today we will be discussing about DCL T90, and I'm calling it DCL T90. Actually, the name is DPL. It's Detroit Premier League. Okay. So we have Imti with us to discuss about. There were 4 games actually. Every week 4 games, but last week 2 games washed out, which are happening today. We'll have a prediction again from our Imti, and also discuss about last 2 weeks, two games from last week. Okay, welcome to the show, Imti.
Yeah, thank you, Jagan, and welcome to all our listeners for this episode of Detroit Premier League T90. We're well into the second week. We had some good games last week, couple of games rained out, but I think we're rescheduled for today's show. We'll talk about it in detail.
Okay, Imti, there were 2 games. One Mumbai Indians versus Andhra Titans, and the other one is Punjab Knight Riders versus Tamil Nadu Super Kings last week. Okay, the other 2 games are rained out, so we'll have. I will add those into our predictions again. Okay, so when last week when we discussed, there were 2 teams we thought both are both on paper are looking very strong. One is Andhra Titans and the other one is Punjab Knight Riders. Okay, both teams played, and they played against Mumbai Indians, Andhra Titans, and it went to the wire. At least that's what I can say. Okay, and your thoughts on that game?
Yes, definitely. Last week when we were talking about this game, Andhra Titans versus Mumbai Indians, we said it was a blockbuster game. Two heavyweight teams going against each other, and I think again I was not at the ground, but looking at the scorecard, it looks like a low-scoring thriller. Uh, it kind of went down to the wire, I would say, considering the context of the game there. Mumbai Indians batting first were only able to score 46 and lost all their 10 wickets, and they did not play the entire 15 overs. Again, like this was again due to some brilliant bowling by Andhra Titans, I would say, where they did not let the batsmen gain any momentum at any point. Like looks like the batsman got starts and then didn't carry on their momentum there. Because if I see the scorecard for Mumbai Indians, I see some very big names in that lineup. But everybody kind of getting starts 6, 9, 9, 6, 4. Like at least like from the number of balls they stayed at the crease, it looks like they were there for a bit, but then couldn't really capitalize on any of the momentum. Again, this would be definitely the credit to the bowling unit there. Swarna Rahul Mritini, again, like whenever we talk about this guy, I'm really in awe. Like every game, he's been impressive, and he's continuing to impress both in DCL format and here as well. Pick of the bowlers, 3 overs, 5 wickets for 8 runs. Again, in the
Isn't that
context of the game, I think
isn't
that was a brilliant bowling spell.
with 3 overs
Yeah.
taking 5 hits it's an amazing feat. There's no doubt
Yes,
about that.
so
Yeah.
he got 2 wickets in his first over, then a wicket in the second, and then again 2 wickets in his last over. Again, I think that was really the crux of their bowling, where he picked up those 5 crucial wickets in the middle order, and Hemant Pingley also at the top, like picking 3 wickets. Like I think like they were bowling in tandem and got those wickets at regular interval. Like even if I see the fall of wickets, there was absolutely no long run partnership, I would say. Like there were 2 partnerships which are like 12, 13 runs there in that batting scorecard, but then wickets at regular intervals, and I think it was a really good bowling performance, I would say. Bowling first.
Uh, do
Again, I
do
think last
do
week
you
we had a comment. Yeah.
do you call it lack of application by Mumbai Indians?
I wouldn't say that yet. Again, because 15 overs format, right? So we're trying to get some quick runs. And again, in a way, lack of application, maybe. But again, these are all big names, so I wouldn't say it's lack of any intent there. But everybody's used to this ball, so they should know the drill probably. So. Again, it is just good bowling, I would say, for me when I look at the scorecard. Then again, chasing that 46, Andhra Titans, it was not an easy path for them too. They took 13 overs to chase that score of 46. For the loss of 7 wickets, another wicket here or there could have really taken this to to the very end. But I think the crux of the chase was the partnership between Kaushik and Amar. Uh, uh, Sorry, not Kaushik and Amar. It was Amar and
Yeah,
the,
Amar and Kaushik. Kaushik Chapuri and Amarendra both. This Kaushik scored 12 quick 12 runs, 13 runs, and Amarendra quick 19 in 21 balls.
right. I think they were the top scorers, but I don't think their partnership was that long actually. If you look at the scorecard, yeah, Kaushik Chapdi 12 quick fire 12 from 13 balls, Amar 19 from 21, both quick scores there. Brahma also on the top, like 5 runs, stayed there for 18 balls. 18 balls in the context of a 15 over game is a long stay, I would say. Trying to give some stability, but again, after that, some quick wickets where Swarn Rahul, Mutrini, Kiran, Boinapalli, Hemant Pingli all getting out for ducks in that lower middle order kind of made it interesting. But I think there was not much score to add that pressure. If they had at least 12 runs more, I thought this would have been a very tight thriller game, I would say. Again, even in the bowling department for Mumbai Indians, Parag Karwade responding to the 5 wicket from Swarn Rahul, he also picked up a 5 for, and they even bettered it by 5 for 6 runs in his 3 overs,
Yeah,
14 dot balls in that spell of 18 balls. So that's an absolute brilliant bowling performance. I think Parag is having the season, having the year of his career, because even in DCL, I think he's leading the charts with the wickets, and here
correct.
also he's
Yeah,
replicating that performance. So. Uh, great bowling, but unfortunately he didn't have much on the scoreboard to really uh, get a win for Mumbai Indians. Overall, I thought this was a very good game, even though the scores are less, but I think it was evenly contested game with both heavyweight teams going in there. Unfortunately, Mumbai Indians ending on the losing side. Uh, and Yet to open their account. 2 games lost for Mumbai Indians. Probably need to get some wins in the next couple of games to stay afloat in the competition. On the other hand, Andhra
mm,
Titans second win. Probably not as convincing as the first one, but a win is a win, and sitting
win is a
pretty on
win.
the
Yeah,
top of the table with 4 points there.
yeah. So this is how I felt. Had Mumbai Indians played all their quota of overs, this game would have been more interesting than what we are looking
Exactly,
at
another
now.
10-12 runs. I thought this was a really close game in that context.
Yeah. The next one is Punjab Knight Riders versus Tamil Nadu Super Kings, and Punjab Knight Riders initially looked a little down. That's what I felt, and then ended up scoring 90, um, which obviously I thought is going to be very difficult for Tamil Nadu Super Kings under lights. And I was talking to Bilal in this match, and he complained that this ball is uh, very difficult to hit. Sorry, not Bilal, Hyderabadi. Okay, I was talking to Hyderabadi, and he said this ball is very difficult to hit, and it is not clearing. I mean, not easy to clear the boundary side. He's complaining about the ball and comparing this one with the last year. And apparently, he ended up scoring um, 70 plus runs in the DCL right
The-
very
yes.
last weekend. So yeah, with that, I'll hand over back to you.
Yeah. Again, so this is the same ball that I think we're using in the regular DCL
Yes,
format, right? So,
yes,
yeah, I think we had this comment even last week about the ball not traveling as much as it was doing last year. Uh, but again, like we are seeing some good scores. Maybe not big hits yet, but at least from a scoring, I think we are still seeing the power scores being achieved. So I wouldn't make that comment yet. Probably, maybe going into the season, we'll see some more good individual scores or big scores from individuals going into the season. Coming back to this game, Punjab Knight Riders versus Tamil Nadu Super Kings, both had wins in their very first game. first games of this league, and going against each other in this one. I think we did predict that Punjab Knight Riders, at least I predicted that Punjab Knight Riders was favorites going into this game. And I think rightly this game they did good for against Tamil Nadu Super Kings. Batting first, put up a score of 90, a good par score I would say in 15 overs. Run a ball score of 90. Played out the entire 15 overs, which is a good sign on in any format. And even though they started off a little slow, I think their middle order kind of gave them the bulk of the scoring. Sashank Nukala scoring 11 runs, one down. Ziban Chaudhary 23 from 22. Haider Bhatti 17 from 23, and then Abdul Chaudhary also below a quick fire 14 from nine balls, and all that adding up to 90 runs. I think the partnership for the fourth wicket close to 37 runs, and then the sixth wicket close to 22 runs. I think these two were the crucial partnerships that enabled Punjab Knight Riders to put up that score of 90. Again, we have some regular names missing out in this list, but still, I think they did well to get to that 90. Again, good name. We see some big names already in the list, but some names missing. Uh, uh, but still, I think 90 was a very very good score, owing to the bowling from Deepak. Sorry, from Tamil Nadu Super Kings. In the bowling front, I think Devnath and Venugopal were pick of the bowlers, picking 3 wickets each. Deepak also chipping in with 2 wickets. But I think it was a decent performance where they couldn't really stop the scoring. Again, 90 on any day, I think both the teams will be kind of happy, but I think the batting team will be more happier to be that in that spot. Going into the chase, Tamil Nadu Super Kings had a good task ahead of them, and they did not get the start that they wanted. They lost 3 quick wickets, 4 quick wickets actually within the first 3 overs, and then a partnership for the fifth wicket for 18, 19 runs, and then sixth wicket also putting up 22-run partnership. I think they were doing good. Vinod Kumar Ganesan, 17 runs in the middle order. Avinash Chandra, 20 from 22, kind of gave some resistance and built some hopes for Tamil Nadu Super Kings. But I think Punjab had different plans, where Raza Ali again coming back with the ball, picking up 4 wickets for 14 in 2.4 overs. I think that spell kind of broke their momentum for Tamil Nadu Super Kings, brought Punjab Knight Riders right back into the game, and eventually they got all out for 59 in 11.4 overs. I think they had enough time to chase this score down, but I think hurry of wickets kind of put brakes onto that chase, and eventually ended the game very quickly than anticipated for Tamil Nadu Super Kings. Overall, I think Tamil Nadu Super Kings, where they lost this game, was kind of scoreboard pressure, is what I'm thinking, because at one stage they were 55 for 5 in 10, close to 10 overs. So they had like 5 overs, 35 runs to chase it down, and I think I would have backed the chasing team to win. But then flurry of wickets obviously has an effect on the chase, and they eventually get all out at 59.
I could only see. I mean, when you are chasing 90 runs, your opening partnership should be, they should give some buffer, at least 20, 30 runs when you are chasing 90. And if you look at their first 4 wickets, technically first 3 wickets, which I consider as their batsmen, and they did not give enough runs for Vinod or Avinash to play around, wait and they,
Right. So what happens is, when quick wickets fall in a big chase, the batsmen coming in the middle, they even have to compensate for the openers, and as well as continue the scoring momentum,
yeah,
increase the momentum, and in that process might also get out. So if you have that cushion from the beginning from the openers,
yeah,
then the middle order batsman can obviously take some time, not long, but take some time to get in and settle in, and then continue the scoring. Yes, definitely.
Uh,
So
there's
key
no
for a good
pressure
chase
on
always.
bowlers.
Yes. Yeah, with 90 on the board, I think bowlers all they need to do is stick to their line and lengths and focus on those dot balls. I think obviously the wickets will follow.
Yeah, and they win and lose. The difference is, in my opinion, Abdul Chaudhry's 14, 9 balls. That is the
Yes,
difference. And
14 runs from the bat, and then also in the bowling, coming back and picking two crucial wickets
yeah,
in the top. So obviously contributing to that win and an all-round performance. And even Raza Ali, 4 wickets. If you think he fails with the bat, he comes back with the ball and compensates. So
somehow I felt like with the T90, all the slow bowlers are clicking than the regular faster ones, or at least the swing bowlers are clicking better than fast bowlers.
that's a good observation. And interestingly, I was just again reviewing the scorecard. I don't see Raza Ali batting, which is strange in the first innings.
Hmm. Yeah, I saw. I mean, I saw him. I talked with him, yeah, at the game, but I don't know why. Maybe among in the lot they have, probably Razail is the only one who is suitable for opening this kind of games, because he kinds of takes his time and plays long innings. So at least that could be the reason. Okay.
Yep.
And with that, we'll get into predictions. And last week's there are two games that did not happen. We will again predict those and see how if Imti changed his heart and mind. The first one is Karnataka Royal Challenge versus Konaseema Kings. I mean, this is going to happen in another hour. Going to start in another hour. So Imti.
Again, both the teams are yet to play a game. No, Konasema already played a game,
Yeah,
right?
they
So, okay.
played the close game with
Tamil Nadu Super
Tamil
Kings is
Nadu
what
Super
I
Kings.
remember. Yes.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I think I did predict Konasema Kings would win this one, if I remember, because of the game experience that they had in the first game, they might use that experience. Again, Karnataka Royal Challengers also has some good names in the lineup, but they're obviously playing their very first game. Uh, Again, waiting another week or so to play this week for their first game, so waiting to get off the mark. But I think Konasema Kings might have a little edge going into this game.
okay, interesting observation. And okay, I can't make any comments here because I'm going to apply that game. And if you guys want to listen to my comments, go to last week. It's okay. The next one is Chennai Rockets versus Hyderabad Hawks.
I think I will go with Chennai Rockers for this one. I do think I did predict the same last week also. Again, if I did Hyderabad Hawks, that would have been the love for Hyderabad. But just looking at the lineups again, I think Chennai Rockers has their bases covered, hoping they have their availabilities for today's game. I think Chennai Rockers will be favorites for me to win this one.
Chennai Rockers. Okay, and
Yes,
the next one, Kerala Blasters versus Karnataka Royal Challengers. That's happening on Wednesday.
tomorrow. Oh,
Not
Wednesday.
tomorrow,
Okay.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a change this week. The first lot of the games are happening on Wednesday and second lot on Thursday, because we could not get grounds at DSP. So these are played at NCT.
Oh, I see. Oh, so these are different grounds. So probably that also will come into the equation
And
because
these are
we
big
are
grounds.
exactly, and
Unlike, yeah,
we are so used to playing in Drake for these evening games that we kind of know what to expect from these games. But then if we are going to Northville for this week, I think that also brings an interesting equation into these games. So it will be interesting to see how the scores line up for this one. I'm guessing again NCP are really good grounds, big grounds, open grounds. So some big scores is what I will be expecting. Hopefully, we'll see some good scores to discuss next week. In this game, Kerala Blasters, Karnataka Royal Challengers, back to back for Karnataka Royal Challengers, I think. but I think I will still go with Kerala Blasters for this one. Again, there is no logic in there. Just gut feeling that Kerala Blasters will take this one.
Somehow I feel like Karnataka Royals may win this one, but again, it all depends on the chemistry there. And Kerala Blasters already played one game. Probably they might have picked up some, to win the game. The next game is Gujarat Lions and Hyderabad Hawks. So before we go to this game, um, uh, Imti, these are big grounds. So those who run are going to win. That's what I'm thinking. Who run more are going to win, rather than flashy hits. What do you say?
Yeah, I think at least for first 6 games that we have observed, it's not a batsman's paradise or hitter's paradise as far as we are expecting, right? So it's still that conventional DCL game where you stay at the wicket and then put up partnerships and take those ones and twos and keep the scoreboard ticking. That kind of a game is what I'm seeing. We haven't seen really quick big runs from the big batsmen that we know. So yeah, again NCP in that equation, I think the quick runs that you get between the wickets might get you good scores, total scores. Yes. This game, Gujarat Lions, Hyderabad Hawks. Gujarat Lions, I think, already has played one game, right?
Yeah, they lost. Yeah.
Yeah, Gujarat Lions, they played one game, and Hyderabad Hawks again coming back to back for this one. Difficult one, but I think Gujarat Lions might have an edge here.
And Gujarat Lions are loaded, and they
Loaded, and also they play together most of their leagues, right? So at least that should work in their favor, is what I'm thinking, against Hyderabad Hawks. But
okay.
I'll be interested to see Hyderabad Hawks game, follow the game to this team. Uh,
I'm interested in seeing their roster. Okay, we'll go back to the roster after predictions.
sure.
Uh, Gujarat Lions, Hyderabad Hawks is done. Punjab Knight Riders versus Konasima Kings. I'm thinking Knight Riders should win this one.
Yeah, again, after their first 2 wins, Punjab Knight Riders looking really good. And I think they had 2 good games, both flavors they have covered. Konasima Kings, again, it will all depend on how their game will go today. With that confidence go into this game, or will it go upward or downward? We'll see. But I think based on the roster strength and the performances so far, Punjab Knight Riders is looking good for me.
Okay, the next one is Andhra Titans versus Chennai Rockers.
Yes,
So
so
in
this
your
will
words, it is going to be a mouth-watering one.
absolutely, yeah. So for Detroit Premier League, I'm changing my word as blockbuster. So mouth-watering for DCL and blockbuster for T90. So this is the blockbuster for the week for me. Both uh, a very well-loaded teams, I would say. Again, Andhra Titans doing really good, winning both the games that they have played. Chennai Rockers playing their first game today. We'll see how their team chemistry works.
Chennai
And
Rockers already played one.
uh,
Yeah, they already played one, and see, that's where Sanjay
oh,
Lam
sorry,
wants.
Tamil Nadu
Yeah,
Super Kings. Okay, sorry. So maybe I was okay confused with Tamil Nadu Super Kings also. Okay, yeah, Chennai Rockers. Yeah, that is where Sanjay scored that blistering
yes,
knock
yeah,
against Mumbai Indians. Right,
57,
correct.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yes. Sorry, my bad.
that
So
was
yeah,
against MI Mumbai Indians.
right.
Yeah,
So they're playing against Hyderabad Hawks today, and then the next one is Andhra Titans on Thursday. So yeah, this will be a good game. Interesting to watch. Again, hopefully both the teams come fully loaded. We can have a very good contest. Uh, I will still lean towards Andhra Titans, but somehow I think this will be a very close game and a big scoring game. If I can predict that.
well, let's see. It's going to be interesting. And now we'll quickly look into. We have 5 minutes. We'll quickly into Hyderabad
Yes.
Hearts roster
Okay.
and see how what all. Okay,
Yeah.
Ashok Reddy. Ashok Reddy Bhavanam is a good wicket-taking bowler. And who else is there?
So interesting addition this week is I'm seeing Hari Krishnan Muralidharan being added to the roster. I see Pradeep Konreddy there, who has been on the roster since the beginning. Then Rohit Rampa. I think he had a good weekend last in the DCL this past week, so he's in good form. Then Sachin Potula from Hawks is on this list. I think
Yeah,
it's a decent team. Again, we don't have so-called superstars as such, but these are
but
all
these guys have
names.
very decent bowling if they bring in all their bowlers for sure. Okay, especially wicket-taking bowlers are Vikram Reddy and
Right,
Ashok
Yashwant,
Bhavanam.
Ashok Bhavanam. Yashwant is also a good all-rounder. Again, Hawks players. I see a couple of Hawks players there. Praneeth Nelapati from
Praneeth
Miles.
Nelapati,
Right.
yeah,
Then Pradeep Konreddy, a good middle order batsman there.
yeah.
Nidin Kaulot, who also had a blistering knock a few weeks ago in the DCL, playing for Troy Hawks, I guess, in the regular season. Then,
Interesting.
yeah, it's an interesting mix.
Yeah,
Again, people might really not heed attention to with the so-called superstars. Again, like everybody is a superstar in their own right, but from if you look at the regular names that we hear around the league, I think it's a low profile team is what I'm thinking, Hyderabad Hawks. But if they come together, I think this will be also a good strong unit.
so, yeah. Basically, if they can put 60, 70 runs together, they have a bowling unit which can take wickets. That's how I'm feeling it.
Yes, I'm interested. This Rohit Pawar is first time I'm at least looking at this profile. Yeah, there are some good players whom you can count on, and Hyderabad Hawks can probably will rely on those players to perform. But looking forward to see how it goes today, playing their first game, and Santosh Kakloram might pull in some tricks.
Yeah, and I hope we'll have a wonderful games this weekend so that we can talk next week with little
Yes,
bit
definitely.
excitement.
So with the two rescheduled games that are happening today, I think we'll have our handful for the next show.
Next
We
week,
will
yeah,
be probably talking or analyzing 6 games. So looking forward for some good performances, and best of luck to all the playing teams this week, and all the best.
yeah. After first game, we are see your favorite team, Hyderabad Hawks. We will see how they are going to fare. I mean, as actually, I have given a suggestion to Santosh. I asked him to get you um, and shoot, how in the world I forgot
Which team?
your stuff from Stars.
Batsman?
Man, that's it. That
Sham?
says I'm getting old.
So
uh,
they did add Hari Krishnan Muralidharan. That's what maybe if you're referring to that.
give me 1 second. I don't know how in the world I forgot.
Zishan.
Give me 1 second. I'll tell
Sure, sure.
you. See, some of the names I have given is your name and Deepak Giriappa, but Deepak Giriappa has gone to some other team. And there's another name I have given is mm,
Raviteja.
Raviteja and Sai Tota. These are the names I have given. And Shanmugam, Shan. So if uh, if you have to, I mean, if you want to go the linguistical way, I said Sai Tota, Raviteja, and you, Imti. So these three.
So I'll give you a quick trivia here. So if the names that you mentioned were available to play this league, I think
Mm.
probably we we would have seen a different person leading this team. I guess I don't know if I can make that comment.
Yeah. Yeah, but adding Raviteja, Sai Tota, and you would have given a bit of dominance to Hyderabad Hawks. That's what I felt. At least, that's what I explained to
Mhm.
Santosh. With the kind of youngsters I see in their roster,
Right.
and yeah, and let's see, they're very good wicket taking bowlers, and if you had you, Ravitej, and Sai Tota,
Mhm.
they are adding all rounders with experience, and yeah, it would have become a very competitive team. But you never know. We will come to know how
Yeah,
strong
again,
they
there
are
is
tonight.
nothing taking no taking away from the team. This
Yeah,
this team is still capable of doing it, and like I said, even if the so-called big names are missing, I think this team is still very good enough and strong enough to give a run for the money for the other teams. And it, like I said, it could be the dark horse where we are not even talking about this team, and come the playoffs, we might see this team playing the playoffs. So
yeah. Another thing is, at least by next year, most of the Hyderabadis, they'll get some motivation out of this and join this team.
definitely, yeah. So that's the advertisement for the league, that we want this league to create buzz, and then make people interested and come and play, right? So
Yeah, yeah. With that, we will conclude tonight's show, and we'll meet next Monday. Good night,
yeah,
everybody.
so all the best to all the teams, and we'll talk about the games next week. So good luck and take care.